What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Roaring Skies. And in this one, I've been giving you all different episodes lately. So for this one, it's going to be something a little bit different for yet a third video in a row. But for this one, I have a severe weather event that I personally witnessed and I have footage for. And I just recently found this on my old YouTube channel, so I figured I'd share it with y'all, and I'm gonna get your thoughts and see what you think of it. So without further ado, well, before we get into it, I hope all of you are doing well. Thank you for all the support on all of the videos lately on our podcast and our YouTube channel. Me and Mason really appreciate all of you, and I hope all of you are staying safe out there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. This would take place in October of 2021. So this was during the night of there was a few tornadoes that had touched down where I lived. So I'm gonna try to briefly mention this because it's a short little story, but just figured I'd share it out to the world. Gonna quickly go to this website right here to find the tornado, and then here we go. And I'm gonna see if I can share this on the screen. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so that way you guys can get a great view of this. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to here and I'm gonna share this because I want you all to see this right here. I'm gonna go over right there. We go. Now we're gonna share this. So, as you can see right here, this is a severe weather event that I personally have footage for. As you can see, on the evening of October 24th, 2021, an F2 tornado would come relatively, or an EF2 tornado would come relatively close to where I lived. It dissipated before it got near me, but still, the fact that this even took place on this night, whenever none of me and my family were not even expecting any tornadoes this night, is just shocking to me and just blows my mind. But little backstory. So there was some talk at work about some of the weather being bad that day, but I wasn't paying attention to it because I was young and naive and thinking before I started getting into weather again and started really studying it that I was just a young naive person thinking that tornadoes don't happen in October. This is just absolutely this is a stupid thing to think. And then all at work people were talking about it, and I was just doing my job, just going on about my day. And then once I got home, I see a tornado warning, and mind you, before I even show you this F2, there's a couple other tornadoes that took place on this night. There was two EF3s that struck near Farmington, as you can see right here. And then there was another one that struck place, or this one might have hit the northern side of Fredericktown. It hit Junction City, is what I believe that says. Yep. And these were on the same night. And then now if we take off the EF3s and put on the F2s, this is what we get. And as you can see right here, this tornado formed near St. Mary. And then it traveled just a little bit to the northeast of Chester. Oh, no, not northeast, northwest. I apologize for that. To the northwest of Chester. And then it just traveled and then it just dissipated near the town of Stillville. I was actually in this town, Percy, at the time. And I was right. Let me see. Let me see if I can share this. This town called Percy right here. I was actually right here whenever the storm was going on. So what happened is I was right. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is, Darlene Lane right here, next to this place called Bird's Body Shop. I was watching the news once I started seeing all the tornado warnings come on the TV, and I was thinking, oh, this might get serious now. This might not just be like, your typical severe thunderstorm warning where it just rains, a little hail comes down and rolls through. So I took out my phone and I started recording, and this is the footage that I have of this night, of this F2 that came kind of close to us. It dissipated before it got near Stillville, but we were in Percy. It was the next town over, but still, the fact that it dissipated just a little bit near Stillville right here just is crazy to me, because as you can see, touchdown here near St. Mary, traveled just to the northwest of Chester and dissipated right near Stillville, and I was right here in Percy. But I started taking footage of this because I was like, if something actually becomes of all of this, I actually want to get footage of this and post this to YouTube because if it's going to get me, then it's going to get me. So, there's no use in just not getting any good footage, but I keep procrastinating. I apologize for that, so I will go ahead and share the video. It'll be fine. Look, watch. Just chill out. Sorry, here, turn it on. Holy crap, bro. Holy crap, the sirens are going off. Bro. Holy crap, dude. Bro. Yo. And off in the distance, you can hear what sounds like, I believe, the Stillville tornado sirens going off. Because I believe it shows it further in this video that around this time a tornado emergency was issued for Chester. So they turned on the sirens, and I was just outside filming whenever it was all just calm and rainy. It had calmed down for a little bit because it was raining. It was a little windy and it was a little rainy for a minute there. But once it got calm, I went outside and started filming right here.
You can't get nobody.
No. And that person that you hear in the background is my grandmother. She was actually in a trailer at the time. So I told, because I had two grandmas at the time. I was living with my other grandmother, and then I took another one of my grandmother out of her trailer who lived just down the street, and I drove her to our apartments at the time because I would much rather her be in an apartment than a trailer whenever all this is going on. Because for obvious reasons, but just wanted to throw that in there. Hey, didn't they say there was a tornado on the ground near Chester? Hey, Grandma, didn't they say there was a tornado near Chester?
Yes, it says Chester's needing help of emergency. It's on that TV. I'm gonna go in there and see if I can hear it.
Okay.
Come on.
Hey, Grandma, you're all right. It's going west of us. Look at the compare and contrast between here and here. It's dark. Yeah, I say that at that moment, but you can't really tell a compare and contrast because my camera was a little crap, or my camera on my iPhone I had at the time was crappy, so you couldn't really tell a difference unless you really look at it. So sorry if y'all can't see what I'm talking about in this video. Darker to the left, it's going that way. But boy, oh boy. Or we could be having the cone of silence. I don't even know why I said that. I was just in the heat of the moment whenever I said that. I don't know why I said that. I sounded like an absolute idiot whenever I said that, so I apologize about that. Oh, man. My adrenaline was pumping, and I just was like, man, I'm gonna get some good footage and post it on YouTube one day. And lo and behold, here we are. I know some of y'all are gonna find that funny. I just had to pause it right there. Like it rain, like you know how it rains right before the bad part hits. I don't know though, but let's see what it says. And at this moment, I go inside, and I think it's just a tornado warning. But then I go inside, and as you can see on my TV, it shows otherwise. I mean, there still is a tornado warning, but it's been upgraded whenever I look at the screen right here.
Hey, look, Nick, let's see.
Tornado emergency for Chester, Illinois. Oh, that's... And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of different tornado warnings going on all around us. And then as you can see right there, there's a tornado emergency for Chester, Illinois. So, yeah, that's about it for this video. I kind of quit filming after this because a little bit of panic set in because I had never seen a tornado emergency in our area before. I only seen those in, Oklahoma, Kansas, or Texas, or just anywhere other than here. So once I saw that, the last few seconds of this video are just, me saying thanks for watching the video, yada, yada, yada. But panic kind of set in right here, so I was thinking we were going to have to hunker down here in a minute, but thankfully the tornado dissipated, and I'm going to actually exit out of this. That way, I can show you, as you see in this track right here. Let me put it on the screen. As you can see, it dissipated outside of Stillville. So it dissipated way before it got to me, but that's probably the closest I've ever came to... If it would have stayed on the ground, it probably would have went like this. I probably could have seen it if I was sitting outside by the garage that we had at this apartment at the time. But yeah, I just I hope you all enjoyed this brief little video. I just figured I'd share this because now that I have these tools on these tornado now that I know that we have these tools on the internet that we can use for tornado tracks, I figured I'd put that into the video along with the footage, along with me like talking about what's going on at certain moments in the footage. That way you can understand what is going on. But if you enjoyed this brief little video, thank you for taking the time to watch it, and I hope that you've been enjoying the videos that we've been putting out lately. And and as usual, if you have anything that you would like us to cover, please put it down in the comments. Thank you all for taking the time out of your day to check out this video, and stay safe, y'all. I will see you in the next one.